27, a Saturday, and we're here in the city of Allen, Texas, and temperature is 86. I ended up putting on shorts here in December. I've got the Kingfisher, Flight Feather Kingfisher reel, and we're gonna go give it a try here, and I'll call out some of this stuff as we head out here. Okay, but temperatures 86 degrees. I'm gonna be fishing this little rooster tail, and well, we're gonna see what we can catch while we enjoy some of this great weather that we're having, right? And certainly give it a try here in a little bit. I also brought the proof ball version 2.0. I won't be able to do this on the screen, but I'll bring it in to the video, and maybe I can screenshot it later and shoot it to you in the comments to show you what these guys look like. But let's go walk up here, and I'm gonna start up just on the other side of this tree and try casting this rooster tail. I'm using 8-pound strand mono, high-vis strand mono, or 6-pound, and I got the Handing Magic L ultralight rod, the 6-foot, and I've got a rooster tail, 1/16 ounce rooster tail, which this baby should easily handle casting 1/16 ounce. That's 2.734 grams, and it can handle the trout magnets that I've used, and that's 1 gram. So yeah, oh yeah, an easy cast even with this wind. I'm gonna just kind of do a slow retrieve like so, and we're just gonna work these ponds. 4 of them in the area, but we'll probably just mainly fish two of them. I call this the back pond, and then there's that main pond back there. All right, and you can see how this easily can cast 1/16 ounce. All right, you do have to be kind of careful with the, wait a minute, I just noticed something. Holy cow, I've got the rod guide caught up in here. I did this the other day when I went fishing over there at the tail race, and it was pretty dark, and I put my gear on in the early morning hours, and lo and behold, I put it on wrong. So let's fix that, because even though it's casting it well, you can cast that much better if it's actually lined properly. Okay, there we go. All right, now we're back in business. Let's see if we can coax maybe a bass, maybe a bluegill to strike. Just fishing a white 1/16 ounce rooster's tail silver blade, taking advantage of having some 86 degree temperatures here in Texas. And normally we would actually be probably in the 50s, if not freezing temps. Notice how far that thing casts. Really nice, easy cast, and not seeing much activity though. So I think I'm gonna just kind of do one of these running guns where I'm just kind of moving through. I did bring the proof ball right here, so I'll show probably in the comments afterwards. I'll show how much these guys either weighed, or estimate how much it weighed, or estimate how long it was. Like, I've tried it already with some trout, some largemouth bass, and striped bass, and it's pretty interesting. It allows you to get a measurement of your fish and a running log of it using this AI measurement technique, so I don't have to carry a measuring tape anymore. All right. Oh man, I tell you what, this is short sleeve shorts weather, December here in Texas. But of course, what a difference a day makes. Come, I think Sunday night, we're gonna drop into the 40s, if not freezing temps. So yeah, one moment everything's like hunky-dory, you get used to a little bit of warm weather, and then bang, they hit you up with this kind of weather, some of that colder weather. All right, there's a bunch of greenery here and stuff, but I'm gonna go ahead and cast out a little bit and I'll stop it short of the greens, or the leaves that are in the water. Okay, come on, let's see, let's feel it. Let's see if Mr. Bass wants to play today. Nope. Yeah, earlier I was fishing these different ponds, and I was able to catch some of these bass with these warm temps that we're having. Let me go and cast it out. Let me get some of this line out a little bit. Okay, I like how I can see the blade cutting through the water. Kind of fishing it slow but steady, and because I got that high-vis strand mono, I get a very good look at the line and any reaction to any strikes and whatnot. That's one of the main reasons why I like having that high-speed or high-vis strand mono. Let me go crank it out. I need to loosen up on this. There we go. Probably need to loosen up on the brakes a little bit, or actually tighten up on the brakes a little bit, but I'm gonna Let me just tweak it just a little bit. Yeah, I was fishing trout magnets earlier, so shifting from trout magnets to a 1/16 ounce rooster tail. You got to make some adjustments because, you know, bait finesse, ultralight casting, yeah, ultralight bait casting definitely will have to make some adjustments and whatnot. Okay, but let's give it a try. Okay, 1/16 ounce on a bait caster, no problem. Look at that, easy cast, well past mid pond right now, and now we just need something to strike. Oh, there's a tap. Oh, he's on. Fish on, nice. First fish of the day, gonna be a little bass, little largemouth bass, and I'll have to show you the proof ball, the results afterwards. For now, I just need to get this view of the fish right here, and that should allow me later to take a screenshot and get a view or get a measurement later. So we'll see how it goes. The proof ball. All right, first fish of the day is going to be a little bass on the inline spinner. All right, and you saw that retrieve, just a steady retrieve, keeping it just under the surface or above the surface. Oh man, I got a big backlash or overrun. Let me walk it out. Okay, yeah, I probably need to tighten up on the brakes a little bit, so we'll do that here shortly. All right, let me get this out of the weeds too. Shoot. All right, let me just bring it in. Yeah, I've got it set for those trout magnets right now, and definitely need to tweak it. 1 gram versus 2.73 grams. What a major difference for these ultralight bait casters. Okay, all right, but that was fun. Start off with a little fingerling bass, and we'll get, what I'll do is I'll post it, getting right cut into the wind. That's what it is. Okay, what I'll do is I'll post in the comments after the video, since I'm live streaming, the results of the proof ball. Okay, see if I can post it either on the community post and put a link into this deal here, this live stream. But right now we got one bass on a 1/16 ounce rooster tail. Let's go see if we can coax something else to strike. It is touchy with the wind. Okay, with that wind cutting into the cast, it will definitely kind of mess you up as well. So let's go and kind of stack the deck and walk out over here, maybe see if we can find a spot over there, see what happens. All right, got some other fishermen here. Gotta enjoy these days, you know. All right, I'm gonna get the wind behind me, see what we got. So yeah, it's actually a 5 fish limit here, but they do recommend catch and release. Okay, and then there is also some trout being caught at the pond. They call it Main Pond C, and they stocked it about, I think it was December 4, and they stock it once a year with trout. But you can see it's pretty warm right now. Well, a bass just came up right behind it. All right, okay, they're here. They are here. Let's see if we can coax another one to strike. He kind of came up right behind it and kind of tipped at it, kind of playing with my feelings, I think. All right, but we'll certainly get another one of those proof ball. Bass came right behind it. Oh, he's still there too. He kind of came up and just kind of whipped at it. Oh man, he's just right in front of me. I'm gonna see him and get him to come in again. Okay, I see him. Got my polarized glasses so I can see this. I'm gonna just do a little slow retrieve. Okay, he's coming behind a different fish. Man, that was a bass. Certainly bigger than the one I just caught and released. Tell you what, you know, this is Average Angler Joe. Average Angler Life. I repurposed the name of the channel to that because it used to be the field team, COAF, City of Island Fishing Field Team, but got the call earlier about this year and got the word from my fishing buddies that the team is not going to come together. I was hoping it would, but well, you know how things go. But that said, you can join me on Average Angler Life. That's the rebranded stream, and all I pretty much do is do these quick trips, mobile fishing live stream, as well as some other live stream and podcasting stuff, and just really just talking about fishing from an average Joe standpoint. So not getting all that fancy gear and being able to, oh, I got one trailing behind it. Oh God, this guy's just toying with me. It's a little bluegill was chasing behind it. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going to be doing any of these $10, $20, $30,000 trips to some place remote. Instead, I'm going to places like this and just kind of enjoying fishing. Well, I do have a bunch of different rods though. Oh, look at this little bluegill come up behind it again. And certainly is fun catching fish different ways as well as effective ways. So you'll see me do a lot of fly fishing. I tend to catch a lot more fish in these ponds because I am fly fishing, but I used to ultralight spin, but then a subscriber got me hooked into this bait finesse thing. So this is one of my setups. This is the Flight Feather Kingfisher reel. Can handle 1 gram trout magnets out the box. I got just 6-pound mono on it, high vis strand mono. I got the Magic L handing rod, which I love so much that I got the 4.5 as well as the 6-foot version. And that baby just casts out there like a dream. All right, and you feel everything, every nudge, hit, whatnot. And as a rule of thumb from the channel, when in doubt, set the hook. And I've been surprised how many times I've caught a fish when I wasn't really sure if there was one on, or that was an actual hit or not. All right, I'm gonna cast it out here. But yeah, I'm being a little bit careful with this one because this 1/16 ounce actually feels huge on this outfit. Oh, there's a hit. Oh, yeah, he hit it again. Ooh, little bluegill. Yeah, if I use the trout magnet, it's easily can handle this. But this thing is basically double the weight of a trout magnet, and it just feels like I'm casting a huge lure even though it's 1/16 ounce. So bluegill, bass was lurking over here. Let's see if I can kind of coax something over here on this side, and maybe I get a feel for something hitting it also. And right now, normally we're in the and whatnot, but right now it's 86 degrees. I'm in short sleeve as well as shorts, and I'm out here enjoying a little basically warm water fishing for anything that strikes, but I'm hoping it's going to be another one of these bass. Like, here we go, here's some looking at it. Bass looked at it, he stopped. Jeez, nice size one there. I'd probably like a couple pounder. Man, I wonder if I need to switch to one of my even lighter lures or smaller lures, but I don't know. I want to stick with this trout magnet for now. So I'm seeing bluegill, some bass here, all in the shallows, so not very far at all. I'm using a 6-foot rod. I would just say it's about just short or just past the rod, so maybe 8 foot from the bank. And I'm kind of staying off from the bank a little bit, and I'm trying to just kind of stay back from it and see if I can coax these guys to strike. Dang, these guys are playing hard to get. Holy cowser. Oh, we got someone joining. Howdy. Hi, GHERAS. I am long. Thanks for joining. Hi. Appreciate the joining the channel here and just doing a little fishy live streaming action. Call it the mobile fishing live stream because it's on my mobile. It's a live stream, and what kind of saves me with this is, oh, bass right there again, right here. Man, I gotta see if he'll hit it again. What saves me with this is I'm using an external microphone that has a dead cat on it to reduce the wind noise. So hopefully we can stay engaged and you can hear me clearly even though it's windy, all right? And you can see how far that thing casts. I mean, that's way out there. Okay, let's do turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that was 25 turns of the reel. Pretty decent cast, especially with the little 1/16 ounce daily on a ultralight bait caster. All right, so there's this one bass here and a bass here that are trailing behind the lure, kind of following it in, but not really sealing the deal with the strike. So I'm gonna give it one more cast here, see if I can get them to do it, and then we're gonna move on to another spot. Basically just move further down the bank, okay? Because we got this pond also. And right now there's a lot of folks out fishing. I guess that's what you get for 86 degrees temperatures here in Texas in December. So I hope you guys are having a great Saturday, and looking forward to 2026. I'm gonna do more of these videos in 2026, and pretty much these live streaming as well as some short form, long form videos, but I'm pretty much just doing these things and maybe getting a shorts clip out there for some of the highlights. All right, oh gosh, the little guy hit it. I couldn't tell if that was a bluegill or a bass, but I could see my line because I'm using that high vis strand mono orange line. I could see the reaction when he struck, and at the same time I actually saw the lure getting struck because I've got my polarized glasses on. And tell you what, that's one of the big tips that I find has always helped, is being able to go fishing and taking out some polarized sunglasses. All right, come on, let's get one here. Talk to Miss Smalls. Let's do it. All right, let's just pop it out there. That one's pretty far. That's a good cast. All right, I'm gonna slow down the retrieve a little bit. Okay, this back area over here is pretty shallow, about maybe a foot or so or less. It's kind of deceiving. It looks like it'd be deep, but it isn't. It's been sedimented over the years. I've been fishing this particular pond for about 25 years. Yeah, and it has certainly changed over the years. All right, come on, Mr. Bass. Good time to come out here is in the spring. You can see these bass on their beds, kind of staging for the spawn. That's pretty fun. That's usually when you get your biggest. Okay, all right, and not right far from here, but about right there, I caught a 6-pounder one year. That was certainly a fun one to catch and release. Fortunately, I've not seen them again in a while. They've got certain markings on them, and that one had a marking on them like a little black splotch on its side. And yeah, I've seen it in the water as well as caught it, and yeah, over the years, and yeah, it's certainly fun, but have not seen probably a her. I think it was a her, because it was during the spawn. Believe it or not, it was February when it was freezing temperatures. I was working remote, and I took my lunch break and headed out here for a quick trip, and guess what? Bamo City. I was using a fly rod with this kind of silvery tinsel jig, and yeah, I was surprised I got him to strike. And it was a cold afternoon that day in February. Okay, all right, but let's see if we can coax one here on a warm December. Come on, come on, come on. I'm gonna just work it slow now. Just enough to keep that blade spinning. All right, we're gonna work this way, work this shallow area, and then we'll come back and hit that other pond that I mentioned. That one's a little bit deeper. It's still got some shallowness to it, but there's some deeper spots in there. All right, water is kind of turbid. Not clear. There's like a milkiness to it, and I think that what's helping me is I got the polarized glasses, so it's helping me see a little bit better. Something just turned over here. I couldn't tell if that was a turtle or if it was a bass. Little bluegill chasing behind it. Man, I just hit the sign behind me. Bummer. Okay, let's see if we can coax Mr. Bass to strike. So far, one, and I've got him on the proof ball, so I'll certainly post it in the comments afterwards what the results say. I don't think he's very big though. All right, let's move on down the road. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna pop it out there. Okay, I can see bluegill moving about in the shallows, just kind of lurking, small ones. Really looking for some of these bass to strike. Had that one, okay, there's one chasing it. Yeah, that's a bluegill chasing it. Little bluegill, bummer. Okay, let's go over here and work this point. All these ducks. Bummer, I'm gonna have to scooch the ducks off the point here, and maybe it may spook a few fish, but oh well. Let's just walk it up slowly, and maybe they'll just go in the water really slow. Man, some cool birds here. I got mallard, gadwall. Yeah, nice. Oh, look over there, some ringnecks or bluebill. I can't remember what that one is. It's got the blue bill on it. Those are pretty cool looking. Look at that one, cormorant, aka water turkey. Get a lot of those over there at our local lake, Lake Lamont, and they like to roost on some of those trees and whatnot that have been flooded over from the lake. What's nice is to fish under those trees, and you'd be surprised how many catfish you can catch under some of those trees where they're roosting. Yeah, all right, shallow area, but we're gonna cast it, and you can see how I'm able to cast pretty much all the way to the other side with this little ultralight bait caster that can handle the 1-gram trout magnet. But today we're using a rooster tail. Come on, strike it, baby. Tug is the drug. I need another fix here. One ain't enough. Let's pop it out this way. Okay. All right. Oh, I got some junk on that one. So one thing about these ultralight bait casters you gotta be very careful of is casting into the wind versus with the wind. It can cause you to backlash when this is wet versus when you're first trying it out. It will also gain some weight on you, enough that maybe your thumb may not have got educated enough for it. Oh, we got someone joining. Hi, Big JJ. Howdy. Thanks for joining. Just doing a little fishy on a December short sleeve shorts weather. Got me some shorts on. All right, now we just need to get some bass on. What do you say? Come on. All right. Looks like these guys are gonna toy with me right now. All right. I wanna go back to this other pond, but I'm gonna do one more cast out here and kind of work this edge, see if something may be lurking here, and then I'm gonna head back where we came and hit to that main pond and see if we can coax some of those bass to strike. Okay. All right, steady retrieve. It does have a fairly fast action or fast reel ratio. I think it's 6 something to 1. I don't see it on here. I'll have to look it up. But let's go walk the pond. Okay, some of our folks joining. Howdy, howdy. What do we got? Hi, Ground Fog. How's it going? Thanks for joining, Ground Fog. Man, it joins just about every live stream. So pretty cool support there. All right, let's try over here. Just kind of pop it out again. See if something may be lurking in the shallows. Very shallow here. Less than a foot deep. Okay, I got one little bluegill right behind it, chasing it. Tagged it. All right, I'll work this way and we'll go to the main pond, work it, and then at that point I think that'll be enough for this round, and hopefully we'll get have maybe caught more than the one that I've caught so far. Okay, and I do like having this white rooster tail because it's an easy view of it in the water, contrasting color to the water. And it does get strikes. The other rooster tail I like using is the fire tail or fire tiger. It's got a little orange, got a little chartreuse, a little yellow, and gold blade to it. And that one tends to get a lot of strikes as well. All right, had a little guy look at it. All right, well, these guys want to play. I'm willing to play with them. Okay, steady retrieve. Come on, I want to get another shot. Oh, right there, got one. Jeez, he was on. He was actually a bigger one too. Oh man, he was on. God, I hope you guys saw that, how the line kind of twitched and then the rod tip kind of tightened up a little bit. See if he'll hit it again. Man, that would have been a good one too. All right. Yeah, so I'll definitely get some video and post the results of what the proof ball says I can. Well, it estimates what I caught. Okay, let's see, what do we got here? Howdy, howdy. Okay. All right. Okay, we'll keep going. Wind is kicking up, but we'll take advantage of that wind kicking up and just cast right over there with the wind and get some distance out of this baby. Oh, there's a hit. He's bigger. We got a runner. He's bigger. Yeah. Yes. Jazz. Basilito. Look at that. Okay. Not bad. Not bad for a December bass fishing foray. And yeah, I'll get this one on the proof ball, and we'll see if I can post what the results are. So I'm just going to put this there so I can video it and get a screenshot, and then I'll post the results. So check back later. I'll probably put it in the community post or in the link or the comment section of this video live stream. Play it by ear, because I notice sometimes the links don't work on the comment section. But two bass, nice, me likes. All right, and that one kind of hit about maybe 20 feet out. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling good now. Got my mojo in, got me a bass, 2 bass. Loving it, man. Ultralight bait casting style, pond fishing, little quickie short trip. You know, it's not one of these all day things. We're just heading out for an hour or two, sometimes only 30 minutes. You just gotta take what you can sometimes and go for it. It's kind of why I keep, usually I have some fishing gear at the ready in the old Toyota Tacoma, ready to rock, you know, for that emergency fishing session that I may have to partake in, if you know what I mean. You know, the commute, going home from the day job, or maybe sidetrack from a honey-do list or to the grocery store. And we got multiple ponds in this particular area that I've fished over the years and had some pretty good success. Man, we got a cormorant out here. Looks like he's out fishing. Oh, he just went under. Let's see if he caught something. Those guys can catch fish all right. Tell you what. Okay, I'm gonna just drag that little blade slowly. There he goes, he popped up. Didn't get anything that time, but he went back under again. See how he does. He's over here to my right, over here. See where he pops up. Oh, doesn't have anything yet. All right, slim pickings for him maybe. He's still searching though. All right, let's go back here, kind of work the this angle here. See if we can coax another one to strike. Ooh, all right. And I am running it, I'd say about 1 inch to 2 inches below the surface, especially keeping it higher up in the water column. I'm thinking because of this warmer temperature, maybe they're more active and want something further up or closer to the surface, as well as there's a lot of greenery or brownery, algae stuff in the pond, and that tends to hang up on your lure. And by keeping it higher up in the water column, I'm able to cheated a little bit. Okay. Oh, we got some more folks. Okay. Howdy, howdy, Bangladesh. All right, cool. Thanks for joining. We're here in Texas. All right. There was a bass earlier chasing my lure as I brought it in close over here to my left. And maybe we can coax another one of these guys to hit. Ah, yes. Average angler life. Join me on my journey and learn to fish by my trials and errors. Maybe you'll catch a fish or two, because, hey, maybe you don't have to make the same mistakes that I've made. And I have made many mistakes fishing. But, hey, that's part of the fun, too, isn't it? All right. Come on, fishy. Let's move on. Okay, let's go to the main, or the main pond? Yeah, that's the main pond. 4 ponds over here in our city park. Okay, this is Bethany Lakes here in the city of Allen. This area right here is pretty shallow. It's a little hump or whatever to my right and some rocks, and then it kind of drops off a little bit. A culvert to my right. Over here is less than a foot of water. Very shallow as well. There's some rocks over here, and that's kind of, over the years, all this stuff is eroded and kind of brought back down over here. Water, I can see the bottom with my polarized glasses, and just kind of doing a quick scan. I don't see anything lurking nearby. And then you'll notice I'm standing off from the bank. I'm not walking directly up to it right away, because as a rule of thumb, it's usually better to do a couple of casts before you walk up on the bank. That way you don't spook anything that may be lurking. Oh, there was a hit. Spook anything. There's another hit right there. Okay, 2 little bass right here. Very close to the bank too. Okay, so this is a weird pattern we're fishing right now. This is December, but it feels like more of a spring, and I guess we'll fish it like we do with, oh, there's a hit, got off. Oh, there's another hit. Getting some taps. I'm walking up slowly, getting a little bit closer. At this point, I'll be either going left or right and casting more closer to the bank, parallel or acute angle. I may do a few casts further out, but I tend to catch most of my fish in these ponds closer to the bank. And I finish my retrieve, meaning bring it all the way in. I've had it before where they strike right there, right in front of me. Okay, what do we got here? Give me, oh, wait a minute, I can't see. Got some folks joining. What we fishing for? Bass. Give me rod and reel, please, man. I'm using a Flight Feather Kingfisher reel, and I'm using the Handing Magico Ultralight. There's some designation stuff on there, 1 to 4 pounds. I'm using 6-pound tests actually. Stren mono, because I like that high vis capability. All right, I have used 2-pound Stren mono on here. You do have to be careful with the 2-pound because it will get under the spool. Oh, I had a hit there. Jeez, another one. It will get under the spool here because it's so thin. And at that point, you got to kind of play it by ear. Very fun rod. Handles 1-gram trout magnets out the box. All right, let's go cast further out, see if maybe something's lurking further out and get one to chase one in maybe. There's a hit. Jeez, they're active. They're active, all right. Okay, let's do it again. Talk to Miss Smalls, give me another strike. Okay, I'm just gonna stick with this retrieve here. Nothing fast, just a steady retrieve, just to get them to lock in on it and maybe strike it. Oh, he was on. Ah. Geez, he hit it. Did you see how the rod tip kind of straightened and then went out? Let's see, I think I have one of my hooks kind of bent out when I got snagged the other day. Let me bend it back in a little. That could be the problem too. Let's not make it harder than it has to be, and let's get these things working correctly. All right, so we're getting hits, only 2, and I got them on the proof ball. So afterwards, check back and let's see what the tail of the proof ball says. Okay, we got more folks. Okay, howdy, Timothy. All right, how's it going? Appreciate you joining today. Let's get another cast in. Okay, I'm gonna stick with that steady retrieve. See if this guy will pop it again, because they are active. I suspect it'd be active because of this warmer temps. Okay, and I do call out that having that polarized set of sunglasses makes a difference in catching the fishies, because I can easily see my line, as well as see the lure and see some of these guys coming up and popping at it and kind of help me out, setting the hook in time. All this is shallow here, very shallow. I'm gonna work it higher up in the column, water column. Okay, don't see anything chasing it. All right, let's move on. Okay, very shallow right here. Okay, very shallow. Okay, something's free. I'm not sure what that means. It's free. Okay, What, free fishing? I like fishing. Yeah, fishing's free. Well, you do have to have a license. But hey, that's part of the business. Yeah. Okay, let's work it across this one shallow spot. Maybe something's gonna pop out from that little area, and then I'm gonna bring it in closer. All right, I don't see anything there. Very shallow here. I'm kind of walking slowly now, looking in front of me, looking for any movement. Okay, let's go ahead and get a cast in over here. Okay, I'm gonna work it in. So it's gonna come from a slightly deeper, and then it'll get shallow as I bring it in to this area here. And I don't see anything chasing it. Okay, I do see some little minnows and whatnot. Okay, all right, now let's go over here. Here I'm gonna stand back from the bank because a lot of times they'll be just right over here. And I'll start out just casting out a little bit and kind of clear the area before I move in a little bit closer. And not seeing anything there. Okay, I'm gonna walk up a little bit and let's go down this way. Kind of work it parallel to the bank now. I'm gonna walk up a little bit here. Okay, and yeah, be surprised how many fish are lurking so close to the bank. Okay, but again, that doesn't mean not to cast out further. Okay, and certainly love this this setup, this combo. I like this 6-foot one. I also have the 4.5, and I've been really happy with both rods. And I fished it using with this reel as well as the Shimano Scorpion BFS XG and also the Shimano Corrado BFS XG. Both of those have worked really well on this setup. I do like this one the best for trout magnets and whatnot. And then the Corrados as well as the Scorpion, I've used those. But for the Corrados, I specifically set that one up to fish more fresh as well as salt water. So I've got it on a 7-foot ultralight bait caster from Shakespeare. It's their Elite series, Graphite Elite. Very lightweight, fun rod that I've been able to take to the coast and do a little saltwater fishing. So it's like double duty. We took those yesterday. My son and I hitting up Denison Dam with these Shimano Corrado BFS XGs. He's got the same setup other than he's got 30-pound Missouri braid and I've got 20-pound. And we were catching some striped bass over there at the tail race. Oh, something popped it. He just kind of tapped at it. Okay, let's go back out here. All right, see if we can get one to strike. Okay, come on, Mr. Fishy, where are ya? It's like this side may be a little bit slower. Let's see, got more comments coming in. I'm using a rooster tail. Yeah, a rooster tail. Okay, 1/16 ounce rooster tail right here, and fishing it. I would say a steady retrieve. Okay, keeping it just under the surface so I can see that blade turning as well as see the lure. I am watching the line. That line gives me a lot, I guess, an indication of a strike. That's helped me out many times in the past because I can see, especially when I'm fishing Senkos. You ever fish Senkos? Gary Yamamoto Senkos? I definitely like using a high-vis line there because most times when I'm fishing Senko, I'll see the line, or the bass will pick up on the Senko, and it's the line that is giving me the indication that he's picked up on it. It'll either go slack, it'll start pulling left or right, but that's really how I take advantage of being a line watcher, I guess, when it comes to fishing Senkos. And so it's kind of carried over to these other methods of fishing to include fly fishing as well as yours truly doing this right here. Some pond ultralight bait casting. All right, slim pickings here. I don't know where the bass are. Normally they're kind of lurking in this area. So maybe I'll just kind of start fishing it faster. See if we can cover more water. And because it's a really good sized pond. And there's 4 of them here. We're just gonna fish 2. We fished the back pond already. We're now at the main pond. All right, what else we got here? Guys, how's it going? Okay, let's go and cast it out again. Working it further out. A lot of shallow water here. We're gonna cover as much as we can as we work our way around the pond. And we've gotten 2 bass. One actually a nice one. And I've got that proof ball. Stay tuned, check back later, and I'll post what the proof ball says, weight as well as estimated length. Fun stuff. All right, guys, where are you guys? Come on, we need some fishies. Let's get it out there. Let's do a long cast. 1/16 ounce, that's a pretty decent cast for this guy. Yeah, and I have caught some pretty good sized fish on this little ultralight. Got me a 28-inch catfish using, it's actually the smaller rod, the 4.5 foot of this same make and model, but just 4.5 feet. And I was using the Missouri snap beam. The catfish struck it. If you check my shorts as well as other videos, you should be able to see it if you look up, let's see, Jazuri or maybe catfish, ultralight bait casting catfish or something. Might be able to see it. Yeah, this definitely can handle some larger fish. Okay, but I can't demo that if I don't catch it. Oh, I got a little backlash. Let's walk that one out. Okay, that one I was casting slightly into the wind, so I gotta re-educate my thumb for that cast here. Okay, oh man, slim pickings. I'm gonna work it faster. We'll do a once around the pond here and then we'll call it. So right now we've got 2 bass. Let's see if we can get a third, and then we'll take it from there. 1 bass at a time. 1 bass at a time. Gotta be the rod, be the reel, be the lure, be the fish. Gotta feel it. The zen of fishing. Come on, come on. Let's go, guys. Let's feel it. Okay. No. All right. Let's go check the chat. How's it going, guys? Let's see. All right, we're still good. All right, cool. Pop it out there. Okay. All right, let's just kind of go with it right now. I'm gonna just reel it in, watching the line, or feeling for the strike. Okay, nothing there. All right, I'm gonna go and cast back behind me a little bit. Just get it way out there. Oh wow, I made it all the way to the fountain. Nice. Maybe they're lurking over there by the fountain with all that water movement. Maybe I can coax one to come out and pop this baby. Come on, Mr. Pescado. Meet Mr. Rooster Tail. All right, I see the lure. It's coming in nicely. I don't see anything chasing it though. So with that, all right, let's move on. All right, got some greenery here, so I'm gonna have to cast a little bit further out, and then I'll have to pick up on the line before it actually makes it into the brush. Okay. Let's see if we can coax one of these guys. Bluegill? Bass maybe? What do you think? Come on, come on. All right, let's pick it up. So what we're gunning for is bass number 3, so that we can get another view of it on the proof ball. Proof ball, okay? I'll show you the proof ball. And right there. All right, shallow waters here, so we're just gonna work it in again. Seems like most of the action was in that back pond. Right now it's been slim pickings. I had a couple of hits here, but that was it. Missed hook sets. Pop it over there, see if I can get it over there close to the little canal-like thing that runs into the canal / feeder, or the lower pond. Oh, there's a tap. Just a tap. Did not commit. I got some junk on that one too. All right, let's walk it around. Did not commit. Let's go back over here and I'll start casting in this direction. See what may be lurking there. What do we got here? Where are you fishing? Over here in Allen, Texas. And I am fishing Bethany Lakes Park, the main pond. There's 4 ponds here, and I'm fishing the main pond. And so far I've only gotten 1 or 2 bass, and I'm hoping to make it 3 here in a moment. All right, so let's cast this way. I'll do a short cast, kind of bring it up in here. Okay, work my way underneath these trees and kind of get it into this one depression area where there's like a little canal-like thing here, or channel. So there's the canal, okay. That feeds into the lower pond. And right here, there's a little channel. I've caught many a fish from this area over the years. And sometimes they're just kind of lurking right here in this channel. So let's see if maybe there is one lurking or not. We just need to keep plugging away at it. All right. We still got to go around this end and then back to the other side. The other side's going to be a little bit different because there's going to be some wind in my face. And so, oh, there's a strike. A little bass. Had it in his mouth and he let it go. Shoot. Little guy. See if I can get him to hit again. All right, slow the retrieve down too. Come on, come on. Just came up and popped it. All right, let's do another cast this way. All right, we'll just kind of work it in. It's right over here is where he popped it. He just came out and had it briefly in his mouth, but not enough to get hooked. So we're just kind of seeing if we'll get him to do another reaction strike. He did it again. Jeez, he's right there. I think it was the same one too. Let's try it again. Okay, let me slow it down. Came up, had it in his mouth, and then stopped. No, shoot, try it again. It's pretty hard to get him to strike a 3rd time. Okay, let me slow it down. He's on. That's a different one. That's a different one. Nice. All right, let me bring it in. I think he's about as big as that other one. Okay, hamburguesa. We got ourselves another Basalito. All right, we'll proof ball him so I can tell you how big he is. And we can go from there. Bear with me. All right. 1/16 ounce rooster tail. And let's grab the proof ball. So this is bass number 3. And there's the proof ball. So all I do is I put that in the video or the screenshot, and that should tell me, or the app should be able to guesstimate its length, girth, as well as weight. Okay, all right. Bass number 3, who's lurking over here in the channel. Well, you say sometimes you gotta remember some of these places that you fish. Of course, I do have a little help because I video everything. So if I do forget something, I just gotta go back to a video or that time period that I'm fishing, and I'll go, oh yeah, okay, I remember now. You know, picture's worth 1,000 words. So what does a video mean? I guess a lot more than 1,000 words. What do you think? All right, Basalito. Got 3 bass today. Quick tripping over here at Bethany Lakes. Enjoying some fun time, short sleeve, shorts weather here on a December in Texas. And yours truly, average angler life, enjoying the life. All right, let's see if I can coax another one to strike. So that one was lurking over here by these rocks. He just kind of popped at it. There was another smaller one that came up and popped it earlier. Right there, another one. That might be a smaller one again. So there's the channel right here, and there's these rocks, and they're just kind of lurking on these rocks. So looks like we got bass number 4. Basalito. Bass number 4. All right, and let's go get the proof ball in the mix so we can say yay or nay this guy. Length and width. Yeah, liking it. Yeah, normally if I'm not streaming and I got my action camera, I can take these on the fly and have the app guesstimate for me while I'm out here. But because I'm doing my mobile live stream from my phone's locked up, so I cannot get that in there. But I can take a screenshot later and load it into the app, and sure enough, we'll have that record of it. Okay, so we got 2 working this little edge here. Okay, let's try again, because there was another one, smaller one that was going for it. He just hit it again. That's a different one. They are lurking in the structure. All right, bass number 5. Bass number 5. Proof ball, let's get it. Let's get it. He's smaller, still a fun one to catch. I like it. Cool beans. And I certainly am glad you guys are able to join. I'm really having fun with this little bait caster combo. It's bait finesse style fishing, so you're using bait casting gear that's been tailor-made to handle lighter lures. I think the 1/8 is considered an ultralight bait caster start. 1/16, that's where I normally will fish. And then with this outfit, I actually even go down to 1 gram, which is, I believe, is equivalent to 1/32. Let me grab the forceps here. This guy's in there. Okay, all right. There's number 5. Okay, we got some folks in the chat. Let's go check it out. All right, what do we got here? I had that fish as a pet before. All right, cool. He's gonna get bigger now, hopefully. Ha! All right, let's go do another one here. Okay, so those last 3 were all lurking along this one edge of the channel where the rock's gonna start dipping down into the channel. Okay, and it's not very deep. When I say channel, it's maybe 2 foot deep. Okay, and right here is the rocks, and right on this edge is where I was getting him to hit, but we may be at the tail end of this bite. But let's go in this end and try this side now and see if we can coax one off that other end of the channel. Okay, I'm just gonna bring it in. Come on, Mr. Fish, Mr. Bass, meet Mr. Rooster Tail. Bring it all the way in, because I've had strikes where they're right there in front of me striking. Okay. Let's see, you ever fish over? Yes, I do. Yep. I got a bunch of kayak fishing, as well as jug lining videos, as well as other videos fishing Lake Lavon. I definitely love fishing that because it's pretty close to Allen and very kayak friendly. It's a lot tougher to fish from shore there, but you pull out a kayak, or I got a john boat also, opens up the lake big time. And I certainly have a lot of fun jug line fishing for catfish, white bass. Those are always a fun one to get. And then of course you got crappie. All right, let's do one more cast here, and then we're gonna move on down the road. Wait, bad cast, went to the further to the left. Got these trees behind me, so gotta be careful so I don't hook into them. Let me go slow here. That one popped it. No. Okay, denied. All right, let's just come back up around, and we'll work our way over. Got some more in the chat. How many times did you go live before the views went up? I don't know. I haven't been really keeping track. I do notice that if you vertical versus horizontal stream, you get a lot more engagement. So I tend to fish more, or not fish, but do these mobile fishing live streams from this setup. So I've got a Teleson phone mount that goes around my neck, and then I've got an external microphone that allows me to get you better audio, because audio is key, especially if it's windy like this. If you have good audio but crappy video, you still get some good engagement. And then I do have another connection, USB-C connection, that allows me to connect a power bank to the phone so I can increase the amount of live streaming. I can go like 2-3 hours at times and live stream from my phone versus, like right now I don't have the power bank on. I can get maybe about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours live streaming from here. Let's see, we're at an hour. Yeah, so I probably got about another 30 minutes or so before I gotta call it. But I think we'll be certainly done by then, because I call these quick trips. Sometimes they're 30 minutes long, sometimes, well, that one more cast makes it go longer. And yeah, so pretty much play by ear. But let's go back around. I want to work this one pond before I call it, okay? All right, and this is the bridge. That's the canal. You can catch bluegill and whatnot in there. It's pretty fun. Let's see. We'll go work this pond. We got some folks fishing here, so let's not get too close to them, because we don't want to clobber the area for them. All right, let's see, we got some more engagement going. See, that's one thing to notice, and the fact that you keyed in on what helps engagement. Really good job, man. Oh yeah, cool. You ever keep any for supper? Not here, other than the trout. I tend to leave the pond fish in the pond, mainly because I'm not sure what's been put in that pond. You know, there's a lot of water runoff and whatnot you got to watch for. Okay, let's go over here. And again, when I'm gonna fish a spot, I'll start off further from the bank, like so, and then I'll cast, because sometimes I get some strikes right up close. And I'll just kind of walk it in, just kind of clear the area, make sure that the fish see my lure first before they see me. That's the first thing I want them to see, is my lure, not me. Okay, and I'll kind of clear it left and right. Okay, and with these polarized glasses, I get a good view of what may be lurking here, but of course, you don't see everything. Sometimes there's one lurking here that you did not expect, and bang, you're getting a hit right there. And little bluegill ran out from the shadows and hit it. All right, so we'll move up a little bit more now. I'm pretty close now to the bank, and at this point, I'll start casting. There's a hit. Jeez, it's shallow. I can see him hitting it. Let's go crank it out there. All right, so you see, easy cast with this guy. 1/16 ounce, you can get all the distance in the world with this baby, with these ultralights. 1/16 ounce is not an issue with this baby. Okay, I got some people fishing to the left and right of me, so I got to be careful not to clobber them. So we'll just kind of do a couple of more quick casts this way and that, and then we'll move over further down the bank and see if we can coax something out of there. All right, but yeah, we got some bass out of the canal, or the channel that feeds into the canal, so good to know. Looks like that tactic still works. And then we'll do a short cast. There's that one little bluegill that kind of popped up right out here, so let's just kind of pop it out there a little bit. And yeah, I do like this 8-pound Stren mono, or 6-pound Stren mono, because I can see that line, and I am a line watcher when it comes to fishing. All right, let's go back around. All right, let's walk it around, and then let's see. One other thing I've started doing is I hold one of those Hollyland Mark II lav mics that has a transmitter, 2 transmitters, and a receiver. The receiver goes into your phone. Because I have a phone protection dealie on it, I need to get a USB-C extender to use the Hollyland Mark II lav mic, wireless lav mic. But once I have that on there, I can put the lav mic on myself, and it's basically wireless. Get there, bass in the shallows, they're chasing stuff, and get a good opportunity to have some good engagement, good audio. And at the same time, I can take the other lav mic and give it to someone, and I call it my podcasting in the bag. So I can actually have myself and another individual talking at the same time, and we've got some good quality audio. So plus, since you have 2, they last about 8 hours, so it gives you about 16 hours. You just flip-flop between your receivers, your lav mics, and you got 16 hours of wireless lav mic time. You'll run out of battery on your phone before then. All right. Okay. All right. Let's keep working it. Looks like it's going to be slim pickings again, even though we did see one kind of pop out here to my right. It may be over here in the shadows. I've had that happen before where, oh, there's a strike. Little tap tap. I couldn't tell what it was. Something just moved over here and kicked up some dust. So let's kind of fan the area quickly. See if we can get these guys to strike. Okay. And again, what's helping? Polarized sunglasses and a high contrast white rooster tail makes it much easier to see, as well as that high vis mono, orange mono. Let's just pop it out here. Something just kind of boiled off to my left here, so let's see if we can coax something to chase this thing from there. Okay, no, not seeing it. All right, let's pop it out again. Okay, I see some kind of discoloration or lighter area in front of me, so I'm wondering if maybe there's a depression there and I can maybe run the lure right over it to get something to pop out of it. Nope, nothing there. Okay. Let's keep going. All right, working my way around. Let's see, let's try right here. Okay. And then I tend to side cast more when I'm ultralight bait casting, but with the longer rod, I will do an overhead with it. But with the shorter rods, I'll tend to side cast more. Okay, so like that, side cast and bang, you just knock it out there. A lot of control with your thumb. You can adjust, make it stop sooner than later, kind of feather the spool so that you get a lighter entry in the water. So you can just kind of pop it out there. Look at that. Look at that distance. Nice. All right, I'm gonna work this in pretty fast and get to the other side real quick. Mainly just want to clear the area before I go and see the difference between fishing into the wind with one of these. It's going to be a little bit different. I've got to kind of play it by ear with my thumb. May even have to adjust the spool tension to accommodate that headwind or that wind hitting into me. Okay, and then from an overhead, this is an overhead cast that I'll cast. You know, it works, but again, like I was saying, I tend to side cast more when I'm using these setups. All right, but yeah, stay tuned. I'll get it posted with the proof ball to show the sizes of those bass I caught today. So far it's 5, possibly 6 if I catch one here, maybe. All right, and yeah, I was watching some posts, or there were some posts on Facebook, and someone had posted their catch and was talking about the proof ball, and I was like, man, I got to try this out. And this is now, I got it on the 24th, I think it was, basically for Christmas. Yeah, I've gotten some measurements off it, and I'm really impressed with it. I like it. And I do like that it does maintain like a little running database for you, so you can come back and check and see what notes you put in there. And some of it can be shared, other ones you can keep private, because, you know, you don't want to give away your secrets on these fishing honey holes, you know. Of course, I'm one of these proponents of, you know, I'll tell you exactly where I caught a fish. Doesn't mean you're going to catch anything. It's still up to you. All right, because how many times you've been to some places where there's one, oh, right there, geez, bass snagged it, had it right there. How many times you've been to a place where someone is just tearing it up, he's catching all kinds of fish, you try that same spot and you're getting nothing, you know. And it's just something that they're doing that may be different, that the fish are keying in on, bait, the pattern, oh, there's a hit. Yes, all right. Dang it, I won't be able to measure that one. Jeez. Well, that's fishing, that's fishing. So I had one strike here, I had another one strike. Denied, but, well, just go cast out again. Those were a little bit further out, I noticed, so let's go and cast out a little bit further and see what happens. Oh, right there. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I gotta take a breather on that one. That's 3 in a row. That's 3 in a row. Killing me. 3 in a row. Let's do it again. I'm gonna cast it further out this time. You can see the distance I'm getting. All right, I'm just gonna stick with that steady retrieve. And I'm pretty much letting them hook themselves. Really just reeling faster. I'm not setting the hook by yanking on it. I'm just reeling faster to keep that tension on the line. And that one that threw the hook on me, he kind of jumped on me, and I got a little looseness in the line, and that was enough for him to throw the hook on me. So, you know, use your error there. That's all me. That wasn't the bass. I admit it. Okay. But that's fishing. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get another one of these guys to strike us. Pop it way out there. Look at that, baby. Oh, look at that cast. Cast and a half there. Okay. Let's work it over here. See if we can coax another one to strike. I'll just move down the pond a little bit. Okay. Had one kind of strike close. Had another one strike further out. Another one further out. It's like they're all over the place today. Okay, just keep working it in. Let's see, cut anything. I just got on 5 bass and I just lost 2 bass just a moment ago. All right, but stay tuned. I still got this other side of this pond, and then at that point I'll call the stream. 1/16 ounce rooster tail, ultralight bait casting, 6-pound mono. Finish the retrieve because that last one hit basically at the tail end of the retrieve. Bring it in. What time is it? Ooh, shoot. I've got like a hard stop at 3. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Ah! Let's go back over here. This is where I had a hit earlier, so might as well cover our 6 here. Come on, Goose Rider. Strike us, man. Feel it. Come on, come on. Okay, I'm watching. I could see the line. I could see the lure. I see no fish. Toying with my feelings. Normally I'll fish this area, but there's a lot of these leaves and whatnot kind of clobbering everything. And that'll definitely detract from being able to cast it. But I do see a lane here. Let's try the lane a little bit further out. Okay. Hopefully I don't hook into anything. It's kind of like an open area where the leaves have kind of passed or more over to my left now. So let's see if this will, maybe I'll get one to strike here. And if not, we're going to go to the other side here in a moment and we'll finish out the stream there. All right, let's go around the wall. This is the wall. Okay, and this is one of 4 lakes at Bethany here in the city of Allen. And this little party room area where you can kind of host events, parties and whatnot. And then on the other side, I'll start fishing that bank, and then I think at that point we'll call it. Okay. Okay, and certainly having fun. It's December 27th, Saturday, and I am in short sleeves and shorts here in Texas. And yeah, it would normally be a very cold day, which we're going to get some cold weather coming up. I believe Sunday night into Monday into next week. So time to enjoy what we can with this warm weather before we have to get back to reality and recall that it is winter. All right, what do we got here? Remember, if it smells like fish, tasty dish, but it smells like corn, leave it alone. Okay, don't know, but let's go over here. Cormorant out there, see if he's going to catch anything. It's kind of wet here. I can feel the mist coming from the fountain, so I'm going to stand off over here, kind of fish this really quick just because I don't want to get wet. All right, and we'll just work it right here on the top of the water column. It's shallow here also, less than a foot, easily less than a foot, but I've caught many a fish here over the years. You can see the mist from the fountain coming in on me. Whoo, getting wet, dang it. All right, let me cut over here. Watch that be some bruiser fish right there. All right, let's go back out here. Okay, it's shallow here. It's all pretty shallow. And main thing is just to get a good presentation. Steady retrieve seems to be working right now. And I'm pretty much just kind of working the edges, the shallows and whatnot. Okay, and had several bass. That last one threw the hook on me. So bummer there. That would have been another fun one to get a little measurement off with that proof ball. Proof ball version 2. I don't know what version 1 was like, and I heard there's a version 3 out. But I got the, oh, right there, version 2. All right, let's not lose this one. This will be bass number 6. All right, white rooster tail still doing it to it. Okay, bass number 6. And let me grab the proof ball so I can get a screenshot of it later and get the measurements that I will post later on. Okay, so there's the proof ball. Just got to get it in the picture, make sure I got it. There we go. All right, let's get this guy back in the water. And I think that's the main reason why this proof ball came out, was for you to get a quick video or picture of your fish and then get them back in the water so you can release them and he can get bigger and move on, so you minimize any damage to the fish. So far I've been having fun with it. Okay, my nose is running right now. Maybe there's some kind of pollen, something in the air from all this warm temps. All right, let's see if we coax in bass number 7 maybe. Basalito number 7 on a rooster tail, ultralight bait casting style. Okay, and you notice a lot of these strikes are happening in less than a foot of water. Okay, doesn't mean you have to be in deep water to catch them, especially when you're pond fishing, especially when it's warm like this. Main thing is just step lightly so you don't spook these guys as you're coming up to the okay, because they will spook on you. All right, this one's really shallow. Okay, all right, let me get this guy reeled in and pop it back out. Okay, and yeah, I do love having that high vis 6-pound strand mono. Do love having polarized glasses. And I can see indications of a strike. Okay, all right, let's pop it out this way. Right over here, there's a little feeder deal here, as well as a little deeper area that sometimes one will be lurking. All right, let's go back over here. Take up some line. All right, just kind of pop it out this way again. Kind of work it at an angle. Okay, let's see if we can get bass number 7. I think it's bass number 7 that we're talking. Cast it out that way, a little bit deeper. Walk up a little. Come on, Mr. Fishy, bass number 7. Let's do it. Okay, coming into the shallows, going over some rocks. I can see that clearly. I see some more rocks here. Let me do a short cast. Right there, he took it. He took it as it was sinking. Nice. All right. Oh, yeah. All right, bass number 7. Bass number 7. Yeah, a lot of times I'll see folks come out here, heavily pressured ponds, and they're using these bigger lures and whatnot. A lot of times, if you just kind of go with smaller lures, there's a good chance that you might increase the bite, if not get some decent hits. And what happened there was I saw some kind of rocks and whatnot that were just ahead of me, and I was like, hey, let's go ahead and cast in that direction, see if we can coax one to come out of the rocks and hit. And sure enough, this guy hit it right away. As soon as it hit the water, like seconds later, boom. I think I just had started the retrieve and he hit it. So it was like he was lurking below, waiting for the lure. All right, that was cool. Let's keep going. What time is it? All right. Ooh, cutting close here. Ooh, all right. Let's get a couple more casts in. I'm gonna have to call it. Okay. Let's see if we can coax another one of these guys. A little bit further out that time. Okay, go over a little bit here. There's a nice rocky area here, and then a area that's kind of paralleling the shore. So I'm gonna see if I can kind of coax one into this area here and get one to strike. Okay, see the lure, taking it through the rocks. Okay, no takers there. Pop it out this way. Ah, too close, too close. Got into the junk. Dang it. Got into the junk. Bear with me. Hate it when it does that, huh? I meant to cast a little bit further to the right, and sure enough, I overcast and overcompensated, and it took it right into the leaves. We don't want that. Okay, there's a long post. What do we got here? We have a neighborhood retention pond behind my home. I've caught 9-pounders. Wow. I use a brown fake worm most of the time. Nice. 9-pounder. Wow, that's a big one. Okay, let's go back out this way. Steady retrieve, just kind of keeping it moving. See if we can coax another one of these bass to strike. Coming on this one rocky section. Okay, and I do have the polarized sunglasses to help me out. Let's go back out that way. Let's see if he'll pop it in this direction here. Come on, Mr. Bass. Talk to me. He's not talking to me. All right, let's do an overhead, and I'm going to try popping it. Wind got it again, and this time I got it right over there in the junk. All right. Okay, all right, there we go. Got it off. Just cast out this way. There we go. All right, let me try bringing it in right on this one point where I see some rocks. Maybe I can get a bass that's lurking there to come out and pop it. Okay, looks like he doesn't. All right, let's go across. Get across the river. This little, I don't know, ditch, I guess, culvert. We'll go over here, and we'll cast in this direction, into the wind. Give it a couple casts this way, and I believe at this point I'm gonna have to call it. Okay, so let's see if we can get bass number 7 on. Let's see if we can get bass number 7. I'm gonna cast into the wind, take it right over here, and I'm gonna pretty much parallel the shoreline and see if I can get something to strike. Oh, dang it! He had it. He had it. Man, I missed that one. He had it. Use your error there, buddy. Okay, those are tap. Oh, he's on. Oh, he's a little guy. All right, well, he counts. That's bass number 7. He counts, and let's go ahead and proof ball him. Let's proof ball him right there. Okay, certainly is a small one, but I have caught smaller ones also. Definitely have caught smaller ones, but they are certainly fun. I could do this all day, but unfortunately, I believe I have about 10 more minutes. So let's just cast one more time, or well, let's just cast. I'm a liar when it comes to casting and stopping. I'll tend to cast more than what I say. One more cast actually can mean 10, 20 more casts. 5 minutes could mean an hour. One more fish could mean 5 to 10. I used to tell my kids when they'd go fishing with me, one more fish, and they go, you caught one already. I didn't tell you when I was gonna count. I'm bad. Yeah, I'm bad. Tug is a drug, man. Tug is a drug. All right, let's see. See if we can coax another basalito to strike. Come on, Mr. Basset. Oh, something tapped it. It may have been a bluegill tapping it. All right, let's take it out deeper. Okay, look at that cast. Beautiful cast. Love seeing that line go out too. That high-vis orange, that's a game changer for yours truly, especially since my eyes have gotten worse over the years. Every little bit counts here. Got to take advantage of it. All right, let's step over to my left just a little bit. And we'll pop it out this way, okay? And let's see if we can coax another one of these guys to strike. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to parallel the bank. All right, so I cast that one a little bit further out, but I'm trying to parallel the bank, and then I'm gonna cast the next one closer in, and again, parallel the bank. Shoot, I got my line clobbered on the end here. Let me fix that. Okay, all right. Okay, so this next one I'm gonna cast a little bit closer, right there, and I'm definitely paralleling the bank. The only bad thing is I got a higher opportunity to hook into that green, or the least. Oh, look at that. That's a little bass chasing it. Yeah, so they're in the shallows. But yeah, I got all this stuff right here that'll definitely clobber things. Okay, have a great day and a happy new year. Yeah, you too. Have a great day, happy new year. Looking forward to doing this again here. 6, gonna have another fun time. All right, let's do it. One more. Let's just get one more. What do you say? Wind's picking up on me. So, well, I was saying I'm using an external microphone on the Android phone, and it's got a dead cat to help muffle the wind. So I'm hoping that you can still hear, even though the wind's picking up on me and I'm facing into the wind. Tap. Right, he's on, right there. Bass number, shoot, I forgot. I don't remember how many, but it's another bass. All right, he's barely on. All right, let me grab him. Okay, let's get him off the hook here. And I'm gonna grab the proof ball here in a moment, and we're gonna get a measurement. Okay, let's get a measurement on this baby right there. And I don't know how many bass that was, but it was certainly another bass. So that was fun. Hit up close. I was finishing the retrieve. I pretty much let the brought it in all the way up to where those leaves were, and I was picking up or was getting ready to pick up, but he struck. Guess what? Finish the retrieve. Finish the retrieve when you're fishing. Okay, because a lot of times you're going to get that strike. Could be right up close and personable, basically right at the tail end of your retrieve, if not right at the end of your rod tip. I've had one, I think I've got a video where a little bass struck it, and it was just inches from the rod tip. I was fishing close to the bank, and he came up and popped it. It was awesome. But it was a good example, demonstration of why you finish your retrieve. All right. I'm just going to... I said one more cast, but like I said, I'm bad at this. Okay, finish the retrieve. Okay, let's go over here. I'm gonna try getting it right over here. Close. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh man, you gotta love these December days when you can go out in shorts. All right, he's got a little tummy on him too. Little tummy. And we'll proof ball him too. So shoot, proof ball him right there. Get in there, buddy. All right. And we'll get them in the water. Stay tuned. I'll probably put it in the community post. I think there I can get it. If not, I may have to put a link so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. All right, but that was today's catch. And I meant to cast one more time over here closer to the tree. So, well, I wanted to do that. So, well, maybe I'm going to give it a try real quick. That was a bad cast, though. I was trying to get it closer, and I didn't get a good cast in. And this may be a little tough for me. All right, let me see if I can get it. I'm having a little hard time getting underneath it. I just don't want to. There we go. That's better. Okay. Right in this greenery. Come on, come on. Right there? No, no. Denied. All right. Let's go. All right. Let's go over here to this other pond real quick. Okay. Let's go right over here. I told you I'm bad at this. I am very bad at saying when I'm going to stop fishing. Sometimes one cast means one. Sometimes it means 20. All right, let's yank it out there. Let's see, steady retrieve. I didn't fish this one earlier. There was some folks over here earlier, so you know I got to give it a try. Okay, all right. Let's see if I can pop it close to this one culvert. Sometimes there's a bass or two or some bluegill lurking right in that culvert or this deeper area. Okay, and then out there where those ducks are playing, that's a little hump. It's actually shallow there. So if you cast it out there, you're working a shallow area and then a drop off. Okay, so let's see if I can coax one to come out of that drop off and pop it maybe. Howdy, 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 howdy. Okay, didn't get him to do that, but we can go over here to my left. Okay, all right, talk to me, Smalls. Let's do it. Oh, he bubbled up on it. Dang it, I missed that one. He bubbled up on it, hit it. I didn't hook into him though. Okay, let's get another cast in. Okay, it's kind of shallow here, and I'm reeling a little bit faster because I know it's shallow and there's a lot of junk there, so I want to stay above the junk. Okay, all right, and let's go and cast it out this way. And you can see the distance I'm getting is pretty dang good. I really like this outfit. It's a great combo. Just I believe it's hard to get now because the reel is not readily available anymore. Okay, let's just get another yank out there. At this point, I'm probably going to call it here in a moment. How do you know when I'm done fishing? If I'm using a rod in multiple pieces, when I break down the rod, my kids would know that I'm getting ready to be done is when I take my rod apart. Only bad thing is they hate it when I take a one-piece rod because they had no clue if I was truly done or not. All right. But luckily right now I'm using a 2-piece, 6-foot Magic L handing rod, Ultralight. Okay, and I'm getting some pretty dang good casts with this baby. 1/16 ouncer. Okay. All right, let's feel it. Come on, let's feel it. I think I'm in some greenery. I can feel something like it may have clobbered the lure. No, it's still clear. Okay. All right, let's do cast out that way. Oh man, bad backlash. Woo, that figures. I got a little too confident and I sat there and cast into the wind, and it slowed it down enough to give me a little backlash. But luckily, with these are fairly quick to clear. That wasn't too bad, so not bad, huh? I think only one backlash this whole live stream. So I'm getting my thumb educated. What do you say? All right, just bring in this line. Okay, reel it in fast just to get it in. Okay, this will be the last cast. And you will know for sure when I break down the rod. So with that, really appreciate you guys joining today. And it's been fun. And do check back. I'm going to post the results of the proof ball and show you what it estimates the length, girth, as well as weight of these bass that I caught today. All right. That one's clobbered. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. It's clobbered. That's not a full cast. That's not a full cast. I have to, it has to be a full cast. Yeah. Oh, I've used that excuse so many times. All right, here we go. Okay, this one I got to make sure I don't get hooked onto the culvert. So I got to get past it. Oh, okay, there we go. Got past it. Okay. Okay, I don't see one chasing it. All right, that's it. So here it goes. Pop. That means I'm done. All right. So yeah, do check back. This is the gear I was using. Handing L, Magic L, Ultralight rod, light feather, Kingfisher reel, 1/16 ounce rooster tail, 6-pound strand high-vis mono, and the proof ball that I will show the results later. All right, so all for now. Next time I'll catch y'all later, and good luck and good fishing.